that game you had against USC do for the rest of the season? Is that a significant game for you to come up big in those situations?
It could definitely build my confidence back up, especially shooting the ball. I made some big shots for us at the end of the game, and my teammates trusted in me to make those shots, and I trusted myself, and it went down. So it's just a confidence booster that can help me continue to shoot the ball even if I'm struggling or what the case may be.
When you're a freshman and you're not shooting well, then your teammates are encouraging you to keep doing it. That's hard to do still, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just built on pressure, when I'm a freshman, like you said, and I'm shooting the ball. And, I haven't been shooting well, but my teammates are constantly, picking me up and telling me to keep shooting the ball if I'm open and that they're good shots. So, I just continue to shoot the ball when I feel that it's a good shot. And, some are going to go in, some aren't. You just got to keep shooting.
Does Allen in particular encourage you?
Yeah, Allen does. It was a point in the game, the USC game, where I think I passed up a couple shots or whatever, and Allen came to me and was like, "Hey, you got to shoot that. That's when you got to shoot." And so, like I said, when you got guys like Allen, trusting you and wanting you to take shots, then it helps my confidence, and it makes me able to just take the shot without pressure.
Jeff, are you expecting your role to be somewhat expanded going forward, not necessarily because you made a couple shots, but because the team needs more perimeter help?
Yeah, definitely. I think with Ricky and Brandon out, we do need some help off the bench, and I think against USC I did prove that I can come in and play and provide some valuable minutes for the team. So yeah, I do. I think moving forward, I think we definitely need some help, so I think I can provide that.
Besides shooting, what is it you think you can bring to the equation?
Well, I think I'm a smart player. I know almost every play in the playbook. I've been here for 3.5 years, so and I think I can play more than one position. But mainly, I'm just smart enough to make the right decision, and do what Coach asks. So I think that's one of the better things I bring to the court. So that's good.
Would you say though that perimeter shooting is your strength?
Offensively, yeah. I've always been a shooter since high school, so yeah, I think people would think of me as a shooter.
And how did you feel getting more playing time against USC and coming through? What did that do for you, I guess?
It definitely helped my confidence a lot. Not playing a huge amount of minutes so far this season, I was a little nervous, but I think I came in and proved that I can play, and I think it definitely helped the team, and I think it helped us get the win. So and we definitely needed that win.
Is that the best part about it? It's one thing to come in and provide a little something, but when you do it and it helps the team win, that must feel
absolutely
so much better.
Yeah, absolutely. If I didn't hit those 2 threes and we won and I got to play and got some rebounds, loose balls, I would have been completely happy with that. So.
The flip side is if you made those shots and you hadn't won, it wouldn't have felt.
Yeah, I would have felt like crap. So I think the win is the only thing I want right now. I think moving up in the standings, it's early, but I think if we can continue to win and prove that we're one of the better teams in this conference, I think we'll be good.
Is this a big stretch for you here? You got 1 out of 2 on the road. Now you're home for a bit.
Definitely. Every game's important right now. As many wins as we can get. It's as simple as that. Any L on the schedule doesn't look good. So, especially this year, the league's totally up for grabs, I think. So.
When you watch the results, either of you of the games this weekend, you saw that Arizona had to fight like crazy to win either of its games, and it looks pretty balanced. What are your thoughts about the conference?
I think it just shows that everybody can be beaten. That like if you don't go out there and play your A game every game, that there's always a chance that you can lose, no matter how good you're supposed to be or what you are on paper. That you still got to go out there and play each and every game.
Is there a lesson, not just for a team like Arizona in that, but even for you guys with, you got WSU coming up on Saturday, and, you know, they're not expected to be one of the top teams in the league, but is that a team just like Washington you can't afford to look past?
Absolutely. I don't think we can look past any team in this league. ASU beat Colorado, so, and everyone's saying ASU isn't very good this year. But I think just the overall consistency in the league this year is up from last year. So if we take any team lightly, I think that's a bad idea.
Tyrone, were you kind of surprised to how much action you're getting with, you know, with the shortage of guards with Smith and Kreckler both being down?
Yeah, going into the season, I didn't know how much I was gonna be able to play, and you know, I got the opportunity early with Ricky being out, and you know, I think I showed Coach that I could play, and you know, and I just continued, and my role just increased, and you know, now like I moved into the starting lineup, and I'm just happy.
Is there more pressure now that it doesn't look like two of them are coming back anytime soon, or is that something you thrive on?
No, I definitely would love to have my teammates back as a team with us, but like I said, it's as far as the pressure, it's I want to go out there and play good for the team every day and every game, and that's just what I have to do. Like, you know, sometimes we're gonna have bad games, and you know, it happens, but like I said, it's just I would love to have them back, but I also, you know, I need to step up and play good.
Are you getting more comfortable out there, Tyrone?
Yeah. I believe like each and every game I'm getting more and more comfortable just being out there playing the game, you know.
Is the shooting part of it the part that you really need to work on to add to what you can do with rebounding and defense and handling the ball?
Yeah, I believe that's the weakness on me. I know in the scouting report, I believe it says let him shoot, and you know that's just one of the things that I just got to continue to work on. It's just gonna take time, you know, time and practice. So, I mean, I'm working on that, and I'm continue to work on it, and I believe that's one of the things that can make me just be that much better.
In high school, did you feel like you were a good shooter, adequate, not so good?
In high school, you know, I thought I was just an average shooter. I mean, but it was easier in high school to do what you wanted to do. It was easier to get into the lane and score and all of that type of stuff. And in college, you know, you got to rely on your jumper more. So that's one of the things that I'm learning, one of the things I'm trying to get better at.
You were more of a penetrator in high school?
Yeah. I always went to the rack.
Are you surprised, pleased that you've been as good a rebounder as you have been so far?
I've always rebounded the ball really well, even on the circuit AAU, and so I mean I know that's one of the things that's one of my strengths. You know, I'm a big guard, so I can come in and help rebound. So I'm not really surprised at that. It's just a matter of just going down and helping the bigs. It's not really hard to do.
You know what your vertical leap is?
I don't know. I'm not crazy athletic. You know, I'm kind of long and tall, so it helps me out a little bit. But no, I don't know what my vertical is.
You got the longest arms on the team?
Probably close. Close. My wingspan is really long.
No, Allen easily has long as
Allen has?
Yeah, Allen.
He has like 7'2" or something.
Jeff, what were some of your highest scoring games in high school, being a shooter? Do you recall any real big games you had?
Yeah, I think I hold the record at my school for most points in a quarter. I think it was like 18 or something. But I wasn't a volume scorer in high school, really. With Brandon and other top players on my team, I wasn't really relied on to score the ball that much. But
You guys averaged about 43 points a game, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we led California in defense, so I think we allowed like 20 points a game. So we didn't really need to score the ball that much. So yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I recall is just 18 points in a quarter.
Yeah. In a 12?
I think so.
No.
I'm not sure.
High school
It's
is
been
like
a while.
8 minutes.
8 minutes? I don't know, Tyrone know better than me.
He's a volume score for 8 minutes, huh?
It was great. A couple and 1 threes works out.
Is the team's confidence, I mean, you got 1-1 on the road, and some people would say that sounds great, some people would be dissatisfied, but I think last weekend only 3 road teams won a game in the conference, so not easy to get a road win. You got one. Are you feeling good about where you're at going forward as a team?
I think we're upset after the UCLA game, you know, and we knew that we needed a win in SC, and Coach was just preaching to us that we needed a road breakthrough. So, I mean, it was definitely a big game for us, and we were able to go out there and win. And like you said, most teams didn't win away, so I think it was definitely big for us.
Jeff, you've been on the road, obviously more than Tyrone. What are your thoughts on holding serve at home and getting some on the road?
I mean, any road win in this league is very valuable, and as many as you can get. Coach always says, you know, if you can split on the road, that's even great. But I think last year, I think we swept LA away. I mean, any road victory, I'm sure for any league is a plus. And if you can do that, at least split on the road, you're going to have a chance at the end of the year. So I definitely think getting a split this early, even though we felt like we should have won both or we should have beat UCLA, I think a split is key to start the league play. So I think that was a good start.